candy for the eyes. We are riffing on a butterfly motif that is showing up everywhere in home decor. A butterfly specimen box. We didn't know what else to call it. It's as fun to make, I'm told, as long as it is made from paper. Jill Broadbent has jumped on the butterfly trend. It's great to see you.
You too.
I was telling Jill before the show, my parents have this really elaborate insect collection that they made for a 7th grade assignment.
Which is awesome.
My dad made it. He made 2. And
so cute.
he got the lower grade. But anyway, this kind of hails back to that idea, but paper.
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 Always paper.
Pretty paper.
It's easy, it's fun, it's reusable. You know, you can just kind of build anything out of paper, so.
Okay, so what impresses you most about this project?
I just think it's a fun way to get that look in your home, but not have to go collect butterflies, right? And you can really customize what color palette you're using, what style you want. You know, it's kind of always been like playful butterflies are for little babies' rooms, little girls' rooms. And now you can really elevate it because you get to choose the colors and the style and the way that you execute it. So
there can be a sophistication to this project, but it checks so many boxes. Dimensional. It's colorful.
Right.
We love a good motif.
Right.
Show us some examples of how we might do this.
Okay, well the first one is this fun origami butterfly. So we've done that here in the shadow box. So again, that's kind of that specimen art feel.
Yes.
And you're getting that dimension. I think that's why we're drawn to butterflies, because every time you see one, you're like, the detail and the dimension and the colors and all of the...
fascinating.
Right, and so the different ways you can make that happen with paper are multifaceted.
What's the back of this? It looks wood. Is it wood?
It's just a piece of paper that looks like wood.
Paper.
But you could absolutely, if you had a frame that had wood, so there's lots of different ways to mount them. You could put it on a cork board, which would look really cool, like the sheets of cork you could put in and then pin them in. But that's just a piece of paper that looks like wood. And then we duplicated that same concept here on the wall. So if you wanted it to be for a birthday party theme, you could make a cascading row of butterflies, or even in your child's room as long-term decor, right? You could make that happen.
And just a few folds?
Yeah, so this top one is a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and you can go all the way down. The smallest one is a 4 by 4 piece of paper, but it's the same thing every single time. The folds are the same, so let's try it.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to.
So this is a 6 by 6 size.
I love that it celebrates the paper as art too, because I know when we're doing photo albums, the focus is on the pictures, but sometimes the paper itself deserves worthy attention.
So you want the thinnest paper. You know, if you've ever used origami paper, it's really thin. Scrapbook paper is usually a little thicker, so I went for the thinnest one, and some of them are really on cardstock, and that's kind of hard. So look for the thinner weight. But whenever they're a little tougher, then I just do like this.
Oh, can we do that?
Yeah, it'll dry, and it just loosens those fibers. So now see as you want to bend it.
Oh.
And then it's going to dry fine.
Oh.
So we're going to fold it in half.
That felt rebellious and really fun.
You're just manipulating the paper so it works for you.
Okay, fold it in half. Now I'm making a wing and you're making a wing, or
no, we're both making a full butterfly.
Full fly.
Okay. Then you're going to open it up. It's like cookie catchers all over again.
Okay.
So we're going to fold it inside.
I had a friend who made those and sold those.
Nice.
So I didn't make them as much as I bought them.
Okay. Then you're going to go opposite corners, so a diagonal triangle shape. And then open it and do the other diagonal triangle shape.
Okay.
So you've done a fold on every spot of that square.
Okay.
Straight and corners. So then when you open it,
I'm scared.
You're going to take, it's so easy. You're going to take those 2 straight edges like this, and that paper, having the paper wet lets that kind of fold in a little bit. So this one goes in and that one goes in.
Okay, okay.
So that you've got a triangle like this.
Don't give up on
me,
Jill.
You've got it.
Like that?
Yep. And then crease everything. Then you're going to fold it in half. And this, I think it's kind of cheating in origami if you use scissors, but since we're not technically doing it, then you can round this corner like this.
Yoshi, back to 3rd grade. Why is everything coming back to 3rd grade? Yoshi, our student teacher from Japan would tell you it's cheating, but that's fine. Right here?
Yep. So just round it, you know, so we're getting kind of, yep, perfect. Then you're gonna open it back up like this. Then you're going to fold one half, up. You're gonna fold the other half up.
Okay.
Okay. Then you're gonna flip it over. And then you just pull this part up.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Little tail sticking out.
And then when you flip it over, then you've got the butterfly. Yep.
Yeah, I see
So you want this little point to go higher, and that kind of pulls your paper, right? It doesn't lay as flat, but that's where you get that dimension. And then when you fold this over, then you can start, you know, and so again, I stapled, kind of probably a cheater thing, but you could also do a glue dot or something just to hold that little tab in place.
Okay,
and then
that's fun.
again, as you get those wet or do anything to them, you can kind of bend them and fold them into place. So
the wet paper was revolutionary.
Super easy.
The over celebration shows you how many times I don't succeed, and I'm thrilled that I did.
You did, and it's so easy.
That's
and
fun.
It's kind of therapeutic. You can just keep making these and
once you get the rhythm.
Yeah, and use them in lots of different places.
All right, smaller bits over here.
Okay, so this was a different approach. So the dimension came from the actual folding of the paper.
Yeah.
With these, the dimension comes in the layers and the detail in the color. So I started with Distress Oxides. That's these inks right here. And I wanted to show the whole thing. So we did a quick little speed up of the process because Distress Oxide inks actually react with water. So as you layer those colors down, you can just manipulate that and layer them, and then you put water on it and it removes color, and then you can keep adding and layering. So all of these butterflies are basically those inks just layered on top of each other, and as you let them dry, it kind of looks like watercolor, and then you add another layer.
Cool.
And you just keep going.
That's mesmerizing.
And then I did add some like gold splatters to make them a little more interesting as well. But then from there, I just took this whole sheet. So you could see I started just adding to that piece of paper.
Yeah.
And then I put that through the Cricut. If you had a punch or something, or even if you freehanded the butterflies, then all of these came from that. And if you look at them so close, like I love to just kind of look at each butterfly because they have so much detail and color to them.
They're beautiful.
And it's just a fun process to do the art part, which is the mixing of the inks and the layering of the colors. And then what you get is such a beautiful
You made
piece.
your own paper and then created
Yes.
from there. We have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Tell me about the ISO
So then
butterfly.
this is a really fun thing I've seen on Pinterest forever, and I wanted to try it. And there's an artist named Elizabeth Hayes, and she does this as her full art. You know, I did kind of the home.
Jill's version.
Yes. Hers is beautiful. And so that was the inspiration. So you can just color. Like you can have your kids color. You can just drop paint anywhere. And then you tear the wings and you tear the paper to layer that butterfly. So again, you're getting that texture, but let your kids have fun with like watercolor paints or watercolor pencils and just layer all the different
and then
colors.
rip.
Yep, rip. So the detail that helped them kind of elevate was using a little gold pen, a black pen, or some white gel pens to add some of the detail to it. But you can do almost anything, and they're just beautiful. Each one is beautiful. So I think it's just a fun way to pull this trend into our house in a really elevated way.
Oh, well said. Fun to make, fun to look at, fun to display. Jill, thank you so much. How can we connect with you online?
On Crafty Afternoon at Instagram.
Crafty Afternoon. We'll link you from our website. Thanks again.